gonna make vegetable soup. I'm recording myself cooking, so this ought to be interesting. What I got here is a T-bone. It's what I add. I'll use whatever I got. Lots of times I like to use ground beef. Sometimes I got meat in the freezer that needs to be eaten. So here we go. So all I'm gonna do is cut this up. Try not to cut myself, because it's a very sharp knife. I don't know if you guys can tell this, but I'm gonna be cooking this in a Ninja Foodie. He'll popping and grinding over there. I've got some bacon cooking in the background. I'm gonna have to go check it in a minute. Probably should check that before I start the video. Yep, gonna have to take that out a little bit. This T-bone was not a really good T-bone when we originally grilled them. They were kind of tough, didn't have a lot of flavor in it. This is still a little bit frozen. Thought maybe I had a bone in there, but it's still a little bit frozen. I'm okay with that, because you can actually put this in there completely frozen, provided you can get it cut up, or you already got it cut up before you froze it, and you just throw it in there. I'm gonna pressure cook this. If you don't like the way I cut, you can just watch me. I'm not professional. I'm not gonna curl that knuckle under. Probably should, but I'm not. And then I will get that in a second. You can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a little bit of fat right there, and that is one tough. I can't remember what they call it. It's not fat, but it's kind of like what you get on the backside of a rib. And that's the one thing I did catch, that it was super, super tough. So this, I'm only gonna cook this I'm gonna pressure cook it for 20 minutes. And I'm a cheater. The older I get, I cheat on cooking. And so everything I'm using is kind of pre-prepped for me, I guess, to be better. And so I have a frozen mix of vegetables that I'm gonna put in there, along with a can of tomato sauce. I'm gonna put about, depending on how much water I put, I'll probably put two chicken bouillon in there with, might do four chicken bouillon with 8 cups of water is what I'm gonna put in there. And I really don't have to pre-cook any of this, absolutely none of it. And it will be absolutely perfectly tender. The meat will be. Not gonna use that. Get that. And if you don't know anything about me, I like to cook. My wife likes to cook as well. Just not as much as I do. Get my frustrations from the day to go away. This is something I can control. A lot of things that I do throughout the day I cannot control. I'm kind of a bystander of what goes on. And I'm sure everybody can associate with that. All right, so about this done. I'll dispose of that. I don't have to do anything else. The only thing I'm waiting on right now is waiting on cabbage. Wife's going by her daughter's house to pick up cabbage. I hope. That's her plan. So anyway, I can go ahead and get the most of this started. I might be I'll just get it here, pause it for a little bit, wait for the cabbage, and when I go back to cutting it up, I'll give you a call. I'm not gonna call you. I'll start the recording again. That's what I'll do. I'll just show you what I'm gonna do here. That's what I use. Pig sweet vegetable soup. Vegetables for soup. It's already got tomatoes. It's already got tomatoes and everything in it. Tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, beans, peas. And this, I put it in there for and it works great. I'm just going to dispose of this, not going to keep it. I'm gonna put in what is 15 ounce? Well, if I could read that. Well, that's a 15 ounce can of tomato sauce. And I've already washed off the lid. I never open a lid without first washing it off, rinsing it off. Even if it just came out of my cabinet. As clean, as tidy as we all could be. Don't like this can opener. It's a Zeiss, I think. Yep, it's a Zeiss. Got it off Amazon. Great reviews on it. It didn't get a great review from me. Maybe it's the way I'm using it. I don't know. But I normally stop just a little bit right there, and then I'll pop that open. You actually have a little magnet there, so if you had that, see, it won't cut it through that last bit. Then you gotta release that every time. Get this thing out of the way. Use that magnet, pull that up now. If you like that, might be for you. Not for me. So I usually just rinse that can out. Nice and empty now. Didn't leave any tomato sauce in there. Alright. So the question was, how much water am I going to put in it? I think I'm going to do 4 cups. Because I'm going to put cabbage in it. Cabbage is going to boil down and create a lot of water. What I was saying was I'm gonna put cabbage in it. Cabbage is gonna boil down and create a lot of water. So I don't normally put cabbage in my vegetable soup, but just so happens, my daughter has some, Jessica that is, my daughter Jessica has a head of cabbage and she only wants half of it. Bought it from a local place down the road here. Can't remember, they had strawberries, picking strawberries the other day. Saw it on Facebook. Kind of thought I'd stop in, but I am not a fan of fresh strawberries, which is what you would say is odd. I liked frozen. I like frozen, like an ice cream. I like it frozen. And so what I would normally do is put 4 of these in 8 cups of water. And this will probably do, because like I said, I've added what, 1 can of that out of the tomato sauce, so that's almost 2 cups. And then you've got 4 cups that I did there, so that's 6. So I'm actually adding, you're supposed to use 1 cup of water for each bouillon. So it makes 1 cup of chicken broth. So the way I've done it, I should be, what, 4 cups of bouillon, 2 additional cups of water? I think it'll be fine. Might be a tad bit salty, but every time here lately, when I think it's gonna be a tad bit salty, it is not. I always have to add salt. So we're gonna delay here for just a few minutes until my wife gets home with, yeah, I can't do that. Ooh, now you're crooked. You guys won't like that at all. So my wife gets home with cabbage, and we'll start back up then. Maybe I'll be able to edit these guys. That'd be cool, because I've never edited video. My wife knows how to do that. She can probably do it for me. Alright, so we are back. Maybe we'll do delay, that way we can edit this later. Wife went to my daughter's house, Jessica's house. Here's my wife over there. She's not going to step in there. Yeah.
Burnt bacon.
Yeah, okay, so long story. Bacon, I was making the bacon. It's not a long story.
I'm making the bacon. Got distracted by watching the video I just recorded and left the bacon in there burnt. Now it smells like burnt bacon. So apparently we have some cabbage here. Don't know what kinds of cabbage. Some apple. Carrot. Cut up with. Don't know what you're doing. I'm just gonna finish cutting up. Now cabbage will cook down to nothing. See, she's there. Cabbage will cook down to nothing. She's there. So you got I'm assuming it's clean. I'll let you cut it up. Right. So we're gonna assume it's clean cabbage, and this is gonna go in fairly hard. But that'll cook down to nothing in this 20 minutes, 25, whatever I decide to do. I never had a really good game plan. I just do it, so I think I like it. And, oh, it smells good though. Good smelling cabbage. That'd be good in coleslaw. Might have to find some of that. But today I'm just cooking soup. I like the soup every so often. Not very often. It does have some side effects. Sure, many of you know what I'm referring to. And so, we may or may not get a good night's sleep tonight. We'll see. So we'll go ahead. And for the younger generation, we have cabbage and you're awake. What do you mean by that? You'll get older one day, you'll figure it out. So apparently, we're not gonna use that. Now I'm wondering if this was washed. Let's do it right now. Throw it in the soup. Said it was grown locally. I would hope. We don't need salmonella. Heck, we'll just, oh yeah. Well, I had food poisoning. I got recording of me making it. So anyway, so we'll go ahead, get this all cut up, throw it in there. Like I said, I'm not going to pre-cook, pre-boil, I'm not going to do any of that. It's just going to go in there. Because cabbage will cook down some. I'm thinking it'll fit on a spoon when we're done with it. It is soup. Some of it may be a little big, but it's going to be, it'll get on that. Soup spoon fairly easy. Let's use that. If you're wondering if that was, I don't think I see that. There's little black spots here, but that was from the stains from, oddly enough, the mushrooms. I cut up. Can I get that out? Right? Anyway, I need to stop doing that because it shows up in the video really bad. Okay, so we're about ready to put this in the pressure cooker. We're going to do some Worcestershire sauce. I think that's how you say it. Worcestershire. This is not Lean Baron's within it. It's just a bottle. I keep refilling with. I'll find it. There it is. I'll find out what it is. Anyway, it's just Worcestershire sauce. And I'm not going to measure this. I have, well, you can see that maybe a tablespoon in it. I'm just going to go ahead and empty it all out. And that. Saw that. We got some red hot. I'm going to put a little bit of that. And probably a teaspoon. A little over maybe. I like it. A little hot. No, it does not. But we have cabbage in there. And that cabbage is going to absorb all of that heat. Then I'm going to put a little bit of the cabbage salt free. Used to have the regular blood pressure issue. You kind of back down the salt best you can. I'm just going to put maybe a tablespoon. Not tablespoon. I'll probably put in a teaspoon, maybe half teaspoon. That's it. Couldn't measure it, but that's roughly half teaspoon. While we were waiting for the cabbage to get here, I put this thing on low just to kind of get things going. It's on a sear
saute low. And so I just did that so I could get it going, make this come up to pressure quicker because it will go up to pressure. And once it's pressurized, then it starts the timer. So you set it for, say, 20 minutes. You may be 10 minutes getting up to pressure. So you have a total cook time of 30 minutes. And then you've got to release it. It takes about maybe 2 minutes to release the steam at that. And that's it. So there's a lid, pretty simple. There's a lock. As that gets pressurized, that'll lock. I do not know how it knows it's pressurized and when to start the timer. I'm sure there's something inside there that does that. I don't care. I work on HVAC. I don't care about this guy. I don't need to know specifics. All right, so I'd already started that saute, so I might have stopped in that. Probably have to turn it off. Yep. Turn it off. You gotta wait for it to go off. And then hit the pressure. Pressure again. First one just kind of wakes it up, kind of like thermostats. Anyway, it's gonna be on high. Temp is high, and I'm gonna set it for 20 minutes. And hit the start button. This little lever right here, I don't know if you can see this little lever right here, is either open or closed. So this way right here, it's closed, so it's gonna pressurize. Once this thing comes up, I have seen it, when that comes up is about the time the timer starts. Right now we're just seeing a little spinny dial there. So that's all we got. 30 minutes from now we'll come back. Should be, and I'll show you what it does when it releases. It gets all over my wall. That's all I got. All right, be back in a sec. All right, we are, I don't know how long it's been. It's been that long. However long that's been. So it was only cooked for 20 minutes in the pressure cooker. And it took a long time for that thing to come up. We're actually 4 minutes past, almost 5 minutes past. I had to go check them out. Anyway, so this little button right here, I'm gonna release. I got a little wall up there it likes to hit, so there you go. That's what it sounds like. There you go. I'm gonna let you watch that for a second. While I was sitting here waiting on this to get done, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I got a notification I got some shipment from Amazon, of course. Little sock set and a little screwdriver. I was looking for this the other day, watching a YouTube video, somebody review it. Guy seemed to like it, but he had one of these. I didn't have one of these, and it looked pretty dang cool. So, anyway, I might do a review of this later. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. It's almost done. So, we're a minute 58 in. I said it would take about 2 minutes for that thing to depressurize. That's kind of where we're at. So yeah, I guess I could just use this to stir that with, but I can't do it. Something about me has to use spoon to stir and this to stir. Just way out. Alright, so we're, look at it, almost 3 minutes. The little button ain't gone down yet. You see that little button? You can't open it. You better not open it. So it won't turn. I'll show you. masking with the paper. Not done yet. Gotta wait. Patiently wait. I can tell you right now, it smells good. What do you think, dear? Smell good? She says it smells delicious. I think she's being sarcastic, but we'll see. I gave her the choice of us making sandwiches, her going to Subway, or me making vegetable soup.
Vegetable soup wins every time.
Oh, see, that's new. I don't know if you heard that or not. She said vegetable soup wins every time. I should take a clue there, because I don't think she's ever said no to vegetable soup. All right, see the little red button? Down, it went down. This is still venting. Take this thing out. See how it did not explode. It's a pressure cooker, but did not explode. It will not let you, now look at that. It will not let you take that lid off. If it can, I've never been able to. That is done. You can see the meat there. Meat's fully done. Even got a little browning going on because it was on the bottom. That's really hot. All right, well, that's all I got for you folks. So that's 10 minutes. It's been in there. Took us what, right at probably, well, you guys probably tell me watching it, 4 minutes before it would let me take the lid off. And I'd say it probably took more than 10 minutes to get up to pressure. I'd say probably closer to 15 to 17 minute mark. Did not time it, not gonna time it. Don't really care, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be done. She's staying out of the camera because she's already dressed for evening. I'm gonna stop it right there so we can eat. We'll post this later.